Hi, I'm Zoe and this is my channel Autistic Nana. Welcome. When I was waiting for my ADHD assessment, I didn't actually know if I had ADHD or not. My husband has ADHD, so I was a bit confused about the whole thing. So here's 7 things that my ADHD husband really struggles with that I don't barely have any problem with at all. Number 1, my husband cannot stand in a queue or wait in a queue at all. It is like he's being tortured. He goes completely mental. He's just on the verge of rage. And he's just standing there trying to keep his temper, surrounded by loads of other people, crushed up in close context and waiting for something. He really can't deal with it, whether it's a huge queue to get into a venue somewhere or a small queue to buy a loaf of bread. It doesn't really matter. It drives him mad. Doesn't bother me at all. I'm AuDHD, but I can stand in a queue for hours and just be happy in my own head thinking about other things, and it's actually not a problem at all, unless I'm with my husband. Okay, item number 2, which is a similar vein. My husband can't stand driving in traffic. So this is another thing where he's impatient and he doesn't want to wait. And if there's a traffic jam or a traffic queue and he has to slow down and take his turn, he just goes completely mad. He can't stand it. He has actually got better with age. He used to be on the verge of road rage all the time. It was absolutely ridiculous. He actually has to drive as part of his job and always has had to drive as part of his job for decades now. So the fact that he struggles in traffic is a bit unfortunate, really. He's got better. He's not as bad now. But I hate driving. I really hate it. I don't want to drive anywhere. But if I get stuck in traffic, it's almost relaxing for me, because part of my problem with driving is, I suppose this is the autistic side of me coming out. I'm not in control of all those other cars and I don't know what those people are going to do, and it really worries me. But when it's a traffic jam and you're just sitting there pootling along at 5 miles an hour, there's a lot more control, so it really doesn't bother me at all. So I think this again is part of my husband's problem with being impatient. He used to speed absolutely everywhere. He's a lot better now, but he used to get a lot of speeding tickets. He never got enough that he lost his licence, because I think getting 6 points on your licence was enough to put the fear of God into him so that he wouldn't speed for a while, and it was on his mind. But soon enough, the points would go off, so therefore he wasn't worrying about it all the time. And yep, his speed would go up because he's just in a hurry, doesn't want to be late, he hates being late. And if he's been stuck in traffic at some point, he feels like he needs to make the time up. Whereas I don't speed at all. Speeding would be a case of breaking the rules. So again, my autism comes through here, and I can't break the rules, so I never speed. Number 4 is my husband likes to binge, whether it's eating, drinking, sweets, whatever it is. It's just all or nothing with him. If it's there, it's gone. If there's a packet of biscuits, he eats the whole pack. He can't just have 1 or 2. It's the whole pack. If it's there, it's gone. Whereas I take it or leave it. I can have a biscuit or 2, then I've had enough and I'm fine. It's not a problem. But yeah, completely different there to my husband. So it's another reason I didn't think that I had ADHD. Number 5, my husband struggles to pay attention and he has a really short attention span. So if there's a conversation or a meeting and he's got to concentrate, especially if it's boring, then he's going to struggle with that. This actually is quite a good thing for him as well, because he teaches, and when he's teaching, he doesn't get the students bored because he's bored way before the students are bored. So he can just on the fly change what he's doing, teach something else to keep himself interested. So therefore the students don't lose interest in what he's doing. So it's actually a positive and a negative for him. Whereas I can concentrate and focus for a really long time and it's not an issue for me at all. So yeah, again, another reason I didn't think I had ADHD. Don't get me wrong, I can daydream and I can go off, but if it's something really important like a meeting or a conversation that someone's expecting me to pay attention, I'll be there 100%. Okay, number 6, my husband has a terrible short-term memory or working memory. He is always losing his keys, his glasses, his wallet, his phone, things that he needs all the time. He never seems to know where they are. This is really annoying for me because I usually end up trying to look for them for him because he doesn't have the patience to search for himself, and he isn't a thorough searcher. He doesn't move things when he's looking for things. So if, for example, there's a book on top of his keys, he would never ever find it. So this is a really frustrating one for him and for me. It doesn't affect me personally with things that I own because I have a system. Everything's in its place. So I've tried to invent a system for him. I bought him tile trackers to put on his keys and in his wallet. And then they can track his phone and his phone can track them. But because he just forgets that exists, he doesn't remember to use it, and therefore they lose connection. So on the days that he has lost something, it doesn't work and he can't find it. And then they run out of battery and they stop working completely. We have a hook on the wall where he's supposed to hang his keys. He doesn't bother to do that. He just throws them on the stairs a lot of the time. But then, of course, he doesn't always throw them on the stairs. Sometimes you'll find them in the bedroom. You'll find them in the kitchen. You'll find them on the sofa. You'll find them underneath something on the sofa. Yeah, he's got 9 pairs of glasses on the go and he rarely knows where one is. It's absolutely crazy. Whereas I wear glasses all the time, so that's not a problem. They're on my face, but if I have my backup sunglasses or something, they're in a case, they're in my bag, I know exactly where they are. My key goes in a bag, in a zip on the front of my bag so that I can use it to open the door, and it goes straight back in that same place afterwards. So if you have a system, it's not much of a problem. Number 7, my husband speaks and acts without thinking. This is impulsivity, and his impulsivity is really bad. It's had some disastrous effects on our relationship over the years, but that's not all. He used to get in trouble at school all the time for speaking at inappropriate times. Yeah, it's quite annoying. I don't think it gets him into trouble quite as much now as it used to, but I know he sometimes interrupts in meetings at work just to entertain himself, which is a bit annoying. I don't struggle with this at all. Again, my autism takes over here. I like to rehearse conversations in my head before I have them, so I'm not going to be blurting out any random words anytime soon. I occasionally do something impulsively, like agreeing to go on a trip to Iceland with my friend and her husband, which I then fretted about for 8 months before it actually happened. Then it all went to plan and it was absolutely great. So it's not the end of the world. But that was 7 things that my husband really struggles with as an ADHDer that I don't really struggle with that much at all as an AuDHDer. Thanks for listening.